Hi there, this is Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a general collective reading. If you are not in contact with your person and you want to know what are they thinking, what is the situation in regards to the connection, and we're going to find out, are they going to take any action towards you? So if you are dealing with an Aries, Aries is feeling like this is a very reciprocated energy at one point, that there was a lot of fairness and there was a lot of affection, but they are hiding their feelings at this point, that they felt like this was going to maybe go somewhere. They're having patience. So in the future, their actions are, they do want to come towards you. They do realize that you are very different from each other, but they're wanting to possibly get on the same page because they do know that in the past there was a lot of sacrifice and a lot of love, and this person is wanting to be able to move forward together. If you are dealing with a Taurus, Taurus is thinking about higher level of commitment at some point. Maybe you were actually engaged to this person or you were together for a very long time. At one point, Taurus was very devoted to this connection, and they still think a lot about the union the two of you had. Even though they're being very silent, this is something that they do still love you. They still have a lot of affection for you, and they do think very highly of you, and they are wanting to possibly express these feelings and emotions at some point, but right now they're just enjoying the peace and quiet between the two of you, and they are very much in their feelings and emotions. If you are dealing with a Gemini, Gemini is really hurt. This is somebody who really feels like this connection destroyed their heart. They're completely in shambles and they're not really sure how they're going to recover from it. This is something that they are really grieving the loss of this connection. They are wanting to, with their actions, to possibly reach out to you, especially if you broke up with them. This person is wanting to have a second chance. They're wanting to start things over to see if the two of you could heal things, because they are very much at a loss right now, not being in this connection. And this is something that, even if you've been silent with them, they're wanting to possibly have a new beginning and be able to communicate that with you. If you are dealing with a Cancer, Cancer is very shocked that you went silent on them. They don't know why you went silent. They know that maybe there must have been something that changed, but they're really not sure what it is. And they're still trying to think about what could have happened. They are definitely trying to come with peace and be able to acknowledge that maybe it is actually over because you're not in communication, but it kind of shocked them. They didn't expect it. They thought that maybe the two of you were going to stay in contact, and when the silence happened, it was something that clearly needed to happen. If you are dealing with a Leo, Leo is possibly wanting to just cut ties and move on from the connection. They are not receiving the benefit that they thought they were going to when it came to this connection, and they have went completely silent because maybe they're not receiving what they want, and they don't really want to let you know that they're wanting to move in a new direction. Yeah, they're very much taking care of themselves, really living their best life, making the decisions that they really want to be independent and focus on themselves and not a relationship at this time. If you are dealing with a Virgo, Virgo is very codependent. They are very much obsessive, possessive, and very controlling, but they're very blocked off when it comes to emotion, so they are not wanting to express anything to you. They do feel that there was a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges with the two of you even getting on the same page. Felt like this connection was maybe very toxic and codependent, and they are making the choice to completely be silent because they don't want to discuss the problems anymore. You're dealing with a Libra. Libra has set up boundaries right now. Libra is very hurt and they're not wanting to talk to you right now. They're very upset and not wanting to deal with the situations. They are kind of having their head in the clouds right now with worry of wondering if things will actually come back together, but they are wanting to stay stagnant in the current energy. They are definitely holding back and not wanting to have any communication at this point. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, Scorpio is a one-sided person. Their mentality is that they gave more to this connection than you did, and they were not receiving the reciprocation in return. This is a situation where Scorpio feels like they had to take a hard look in the mirror and figure out what were they really building in reality in this connection, because they felt very much like things were only for them and not for you. They do think about the connection at times, thinking how the two of you could have got in the choice of being in union and maybe potentially falling in love at some point, but they are making the choice to be silent at this time. They are really focusing just on themselves. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius, Sagittarius is very nostalgic right now. They are looking at your pictures. They are missing you. They are thinking about the history and the past the two of you shared. They're very much reminiscing about what had transpired. They are closed off, so they're not taking any action. They are keeping these feelings and emotions to themselves. They're very introverted right now. They're not wanting to take any change, but they are enjoying living in the nostalgic energy of the past. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, Capricorn is in this very competitive energy. They feel like maybe if you went silent, it's because you have somebody else. They're very much in this feeling you're being secretive by not talking to them, not opening up, not letting them know anything. As far as action, Sagittarius is sitting in a very vulnerable state. They really don't have the strength and courage to be able to open up and try to have a conversation. They feel very hurt and wounded by the connection, and they're really disappointed for the loss and the silence. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, Aquarius has a lot of resentment when it comes to this connection. There's a lot of intense things that maybe happened in this connection that really triggered Aquarius, and they are feeling like they need to look at things from a different perspective. That even though they maybe are cautioning actually trying to reach out to you at some point, they're feeling that they need to be selfish because so many things had happened. They are starting to resent the connection. As far as their next actions, they are possibly wanting to have some communication at some point if they can overcome the struggle. But in the current energy, they're still struggling with it, and they're not able to really come towards you and have a conversation because they are still upset. If you are dealing with a Pisces, Pisces is thinking about what this was supposed to be. Maybe the two of you talked about long-term commitment, talked about living together forever or being together in union forever. They are very much thinking about what this higher level of commitment was supposed to be. They felt like this connection was something very special to them, and they really do cherish it. They do still love you while in no contact with you. They are very much in their head thinking about how everything played out, maybe questioning why there is such silence, whether you're the one who's been silent or them, but they are thinking a lot about what it would be like if the two of you actually completed this connection and came back into union. They're very much in their thoughts and their feelings when it comes to this connection.